On the same day, Disney decided to drop a ton of trailers. We now have a full look at the original trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And let's be real, people are pretty happy about it when you look at this like to dislike ratio. Overwhelming support so far in reaction to the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. However, James Gunn is using this opportunity to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy to seemingly take a little bit of a shot at Marvel in the way that they've utilized some of the Guardians outside of his movies. Take a look at this. James Gunn admits that 2 Guardians got wasted in the Avengers and in the Thor movies. James Gunn believes 2 members of Guardians of the Galaxy were wasted in recent Avengers films and Thor: Love and Thunder. More than 5 years have passed since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 arrived in theaters, but that's not to say the MCU has been without Star-Lord and company. The Guardians played a significant role in Avengers: Infinity War as well as Endgame, but post-Iron Man snap, their appearances have been minimal at best, including in Thor: Love and Thunder. Fortunately, the Guardians holiday special put an end to that. I haven't watched that yet. I've actually heard from a couple people it's decent, but haven't got around to watch it. Don't really plan to watch it either. However, the Disney special's focus on Drax and Mantis also served as a reminder of how little screen time they've received. Following the special's successful debut, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 writer and director James Gunn has opened up about focusing on Drax and Mantis and how Marvel has underutilized them in the past. In talking with Phase Zero, James Gunn discussed Drax and Mantis' relationship. Well, I think that's the end of the trilogy for all the Guardians, but it's not just Drax. I think especially, I love the relationship between Mantis and Drax. It's unique, and they're kind of like Abbott and Costello, but both are Costellos. Drax is such an enormous Costello that outweighs her, but I love the 2 of them. I wanted to be able to put them at the center of this story as opposed to the sidelines. I think both of them, in the past few movies that weren't Guardians movies, have been incredibly sidelined, haven't been utilized so much. And so being able to tell their story and put their journey at the middle of this was important to me. Now, it might seem like just a little bit of a remark, but he's criticizing Marvel, right? He's criticizing Kevin Feige. He's criticizing the MCU and saying these characters that should have played a bigger role in what you were doing really were sidelined. And especially, I think, the character of Drax. How in the world did Drax and Thanos not have any interaction at all? You know what I mean? Like, the only time we see that is when it's not even real. It's not reality. It was an altered reality in Infinity War. Like, there's no closure. There's no nothing because Drax gets snapped and that's it. He comes back at the end. But there was a lot to do with that character and the way he was worked in to the Thanos plot line. But Marvel, MCU just decided to drop it completely. And now it seems like James Gunn is trying to fix some of those mistakes. Critical of Marvel, critical of Kevin Feige and the way that the MCU has handled his characters. And is part of this because James Gunn is now head of DC Studios, because James Gunn is leaving Marvel and going to DC. In fact, he is the head of DC Studios right now, actively working on DC stuff while he has Marvel things that are coming out. He's going to be having a Marvel project, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 release, while he's working for DC. Pretty insane to think about. But I definitely think there's something to that criticism. Reportedly, Kevin Feige was not happy that James Gunn decided to go to DC. Wasn't happy they decided to jump ship and do that. But for James Gunn being a little bit vocal about how he doesn't like how Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney have utilized those characters, I think there's something to that.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.